Good morning, it's 7:30 and I'm just downstairs in the hotel because we're getting picked up for our Coochie Tunnels tour.
Good morning, we've just been picked up by this guy and he's leading us somewhere, not sure where, hopefully to a bus to go to the Coochie Tunnels. Getting on the bus. Yeah.
In Hue, a small city in the central Vietnam. Have you been there? Hue? It's near Da Nang city. Not yet. From here to Hue, about 800 kilometers. Beautiful city in the old capital of Vietnam, in Hue.
Hand painting together. We paint the red color here because the red is national color of Vietnam. It's very lucky and happiness. All the picture here, we use rose wood to make it. The most strong wood in Vietnam can be with different weather. Especially, you can see the flag here is the lacquer.
So we've been on the bus like an hour and a half. Joe's just in the toilet, so I'm just waiting for him.
These are some of the secret tunnels that you can try and get in and out. I feel like it's going to be tight for me. You've got to lift your arms up in the air because it's too tight for your shoulders otherwise.
Anyone else?
Oh my god, Joe. Coming up his looks harder. Fucking hell, I thought you were stuck in there then.
Okay. On the short bamboo spine penetrate their body. They make their body injured safely. The poison on the bamboo spine could make the victim die slowly because infection of the wound. Yeah. The poison they got collected the latest from specialties in this area. Only use the shoot from the app.
We're just chilling in this area waiting for our guide who's over there in the green. I've got an iced coffee, which is very nice, very sweet.
When someone steps on the trap, the weight of the body press on the trap, the arms fit together, pop out and penetrate the leg of the victim and keep the leg right there. So that's why flipping RB trap, someone step on it, hit automatic action, want to open hit arm to sit something, and both of the trap open or sit something RB. That's one of window trap. Someone step on it, the two doors of the window open, on the sit on the window, stuck the body of the victim. He couldn't move up or down. When someone step one side the trap, the another side, hit him on the head.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Going into the walking tunnels. Well, not really walking. The first 40 meters is crouched walking, and then 60 to 100 meters is crawling, which I think I'll do, but Alice probably won't. Oh my god, look at the entrance. It's taken a while. I think a few people have gone back because it's too tight.
If you decide to get inside the tunnel, you can.
What the fuck? Go left.
Oh
Left,
my
no,
God.
straight on, it's got.
These are the tunnels. We have to really struggle down.
I can't see a lot. Come on, the boys. Little tunnel rats. What the fuck? Go left. Left and that, straight on, it's got. Oh, it's left and right.
Hello. Okay, traffic.
Got your bum in my face.
Mate's well up. Okay. Shit. That was way out, alright.
Do you want to go out, Alice?
I think so.
Okay.
Is it going to get even smaller?
I don't. Not at this point.
Not at this point?
No.
Oh, well, I can keep going then.
No, seriously. How much is that? Mate, it's the same thing, you dick. That's fucking toy. Shut up, man. No, it's not. Come look at it. Mate, if I come look at this, no time in back, is there? Look, it's the same thing, bro. I swear on my God. Look. I think it's easier crawling. Oh. Go. Come on, then go. Hurry up if you're going to do it. Quick. It's the same, isn't it? Yeah.
And there's another up if you want to go.
I don't know, is it getting smaller?
I think it'll get smaller now, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Are you gonna stay?
Yeah.
I've come out now because it was about to get a lot smaller. Oh, it's horrible in there, like so hot, smelly. Just when you deep that you're under the ground and you're kind of like stuck. It's so weird, I can't believe. And also those holes used to be a lot smaller. They've made them bigger for tourists. Just can't believe people used to like live under there.
Holy fuck. Mate. Oh my God. Let's go. You got to crawl now. You got to crawl.
Is it proper crawling?
Nah, it's just this bit and then you can stand back up again.
Do you believe it?
I don't know.
Hey, look, bro. Look.
Oh mate, you got to
Wait, look, you can stand back up after.
Fucking hell.
Just tried this, what's it called, Joe?
Giữ được lâu đông hơn.
Cassava
Dễ,
root.
dễ
Or
phòng.
cassava root, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Do you ever have this like fried?
Yeah, you know they slice into flour.
Flour.
Yeah, and they fry or they make the paste, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like a model of the tunnels. They were very small. We're back on the bus and he's given us a little croissant. It's warm, but we don't know if it's been heated up or just been sitting on the bus all day because it is hot in here.
We want to know if there's something inside it or if it's just a plain croissant.
Well, let's find out.
We ate our croissant and we now got a banana as well. And we now know that the croissant wasn't heated up, it was just hot on the bus because the banana is as hot. It's like it's been in an oven. But we are on the way back. Yeah, it's like an hour 45.
It's 5 to 2 and we've just been dropped back from our morning out. So we're just going to go back to the room quickly, charge our phones, and then we're hoping to go to the War Remnants Museum this afternoon and also grab some lunch beforehand, just something like small to share hopefully. Hello!
Hello.
We are back in the room and I've got changed and we're going to go out again in a minute to go to the War Remnants Museum to learn more about the Vietnam War. But we didn't chat much while we were filming stuff today because there was just a lot of people. It was a bit awkward. But it was really good and really interesting.
Really
it was a good tour. It was only like £10 each as well, probably one of the cheapest tours that we've done.
Yeah.
And obviously went in the Cu Chi tunnels, which are tunnels that were dug underground in the Vietnam War, that the soldiers kind of lived under. They had bunks in there and like kitchens and
Hospitals and everything, yeah.
yeah.
They had hundreds of kilometres of tunnel built under the ground, which is crazy.
It is crazy. And you'll see the clips that we crawled through, well, kind of crouched under the tunnels, and they're actually much wider than they were.
Yeah,
They've just
made
widened
wider,
them for tourists, which is crazy because I can't even imagine how a human could fit in something smaller than that. Annoyingly, I didn't do all of the tunnels, and I'm annoyed because I wish I had done the whole stretch of it. It was 100 metres.
100 metres, well, it's zigzag, but yeah, 100 metres in total.
But I think the guide kind of scared me a bit because Joe said it was actually fine.
Yeah.
It was supposed to get smaller and smaller until you were kind of crawling.
Yeah, he said towards the end, like, you won't be able to stand, like even a crouch stand, you'd have to, like, crawl. But it stayed the same size the whole 100 metres, so I'm not really sure why he said that. Or there was, like, one point, maybe after about 50, 60 metres, where you had to crawl, and it was, like, downhill bit, but it was only for, like, 2 metres.
Yeah.
And then you were back to standing, so, yeah, that sort of stopped Alice going any further, and it stopped a lot of people.
Yeah.
Some people didn't even go in the beginning, so.
And that's another thing, like when we were about to go in, there was loads of women that were looking, they went straight to the entrance and then they were like, I'm not doing it, and they were panicking. And when other people panic, you start to think like, should I be scared? Like, and I think it just got in my head a bit. And also he was saying before we went in, he gave us like a, you know, like a safety talk basically, and said it will get very, very small, so if you have any breathing problems or heart problems, I wouldn't recommend you do it and stuff. And he said there's not much kind of oxygen down there because it's a small space, and I was like, it was just scaring me. I was like, am I not going to be able to breathe?
I think he was being very dramatic, like maybe on the health and safety, but we were a group, us two, and then 3 young lads that were like younger than us travelling. So like he should have looked at us and like sort of said like 5 young fit people, like you'll be fine. Which some of the other guides were, like you could hear them going up. They kept coming up to us, like after we get to 40 meters, you'd come up and then go back down. They were like, yeah, 100 meters, easy, like. Yeah. But yeah, our guide was for some reason really scared. Yeah. I don't know if maybe he's got a fear of it, so he like overthinks it. But yeah, so. Yeah,
I kind of wish I'd done the whole thing, but as soon as everyone was saying, oh, it's going to get smaller here, no one actually knew, but everyone just says stuff. As soon as everyone was saying that, I was like, oh, I'm going to get out now.
I was like to Alice, this might be your last chance to go before it gets small. I think this is about 40 metres in. So she was just like, okay, I'll go. But yeah, it didn't get smaller annoyingly, but it was still fun to do the 40 metres, and then I did the whole 100. Yeah. And as you'll see, I got into the small little tunnel, the entrance bit where they get in. Yeah. I was scared to go in as well because I didn't think I'd fit, like it just didn't look like my shoulders. I didn't think my shoulders would actually like go down. And coming up, I sort of, because I was thinking about how to push myself up, I put one arm up and then I tried to like keep one arm like this, but there's no space, like you have to come up with your arms straight, otherwise you won't fit. So that's why it might look like a bit of a struggle coming out. But yeah, it was really fun. I'm glad I did it because I nearly didn't do that as well, because again, there was a big group round and there's only one obviously at a time.
It was really rushed as well.
It was really rushed, yeah.
Everyone was saying, get in, quick, do it, and like, it was just a bit like...
and it looked so narrow that I was a bit like, am I going to fit? Like a guy from our group who was like smaller and younger than me, like shorter and like less wide, he like looked like his shoulders sort of brushed like going down, so I was like, oh, I'm not going to fit, but I did obviously, so.
It was a tiny space.
Here I am, I'm here to tell the story.
So yes,
but yeah, very fun day.
Doing that if you ever come to Ho Chi Minh.
Now head to the Remnants Museum.
The Remnants Museum. Yeah, so we're going to get a taxi there now. Just booked a Grab, came straight away. And how much did it cost? Like £1?
90p, yeah.
90p. We're actually going to the food market that we went to yesterday as our first stop because we haven't had any lunch. And yesterday there was a lady giving out tasters for pork, and it was really nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, really tasty.
We tried it, but we'd already had the Slovakia, so today we're hoping to get the pork and rice, and hopefully we can just share it because we don't need a big lunch or anything.
Yeah, because we want to go to the actual main market tonight for dinner.
Yeah, the night
so
market.
we're just going to get a small lunch to share, and then head to the Remnants Museum.
Here we are again. This is what we're going to get. It's so cool in here. It's like shelter hall. And it's just here 24/7, and all the food looks so good. And when we had the Slovakia yesterday, it was really good. And so cheap as well. Here it is. It looked a lot better, the taster we had, because it looked less fatty. Yeah. This looks really fatty.
Sure, it should be nice though.
Hopefully it's still good, yeah. We're just walking to the War Museum now. We're only 5 minutes away. Just getting our tickets, 40,000 dong each. So it's just over £1. Here we are. We're gonna have a wander around and read everything. And it started raining for some reason. It's just a bit random because it's so hot and sunny.
Found a bomb canister.
A bell made. Ooh. A bell made of 500 pounds bomb canister. Do it again.
Yeah, we go.
Okay.
Here she goes. Oh, how pathetic. Yes, that's enough. If anyone's interested, pause to read.
We're just walking back now from the museum. It was really good, really interesting.
Yeah.
But again, same as the other ones we went to, very graphic and very sad. I think that was the most graphic one, like the photos were...
Yeah, literally of like dismembered bodies and stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, glad we went. Definitely worth going. And
Pretty cool to see all like the tanks and the helicopters and stuff that were used during the war, so that was a cool part.
And now we're just wandering back to the guest house. This is literally the pavement and everyone's just driving their motorbikes on it. And the road's over there. It's crazy. They're just trying to overtake the traffic by going on the pavement. Oh my god. We're going to go in here to try and book our bus for tomorrow. We're going to go to Dalat next, so we need to book a bus to Dalat. We've been at the room for about an hour and we're going out again to the night market.
We've just arrived at the Benthan market. Looks pretty cool. It's inside here, so we'll head in now. And here it is. Got watches, t-shirts, sunglasses, everything. Hello! We're just walking through the street and there's like crowds and crowds of people and the road's blocked off and there's police. We're not really sure what's happening. We're going to keep walking because where we're trying to go is this way. But maybe we'll see something.
The plan is to go to the street food place that we were at earlier when we had the ribs, because we were going to go to the food market that we were just at, but there wasn't much selection for food and it didn't look very nice, like the atmosphere or the hygiene or anything like that.
Yeah.
So,
and it was a bit smelly in there.
We decided that we'd like to go to the food market we went to earlier, but we can't find a way there because all the roads are closed because of this, whatever's about to happen, parade, or not really sure what it is. So we're trying to find a way there, but if not, we might just have to go to another restaurant.
Yeah.
Just
it might
any...
be closed itself for it, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know, so any that we can find. We found a kind of restaurant / bar for dinner. It's on the street, so hopefully if anything does happen we can see it. I've ordered an egg coffee again because I wanted to try another one. This one's a hot one though, because they didn't have cold, and Joe's got a beer. So yeah, my drink choice is a bit random, but I just fancied it. The wine was expensive as well, so. And then we're going to order some food as well, we're not sure what yet.
Just walked into the toilet here. Oh my gosh, it just opened by itself. I was going to say this is the fanciest toilet I've seen here. It's opened by itself, what the hell?
Look at these are fancy toilets. It's like, oh my god. It had a heated seat and then it flushed on its own as well.
We were wondering what the parade was. Here it is. Oh my god. It's just walking past our restaurant.
So we're now in another restaurant right next to our accommodation. I think we'll explain why afterwards because it'll be easier. But yeah, we left that other one and came to a new one in the end. We've got some spring rolls to share again,
Delicious.
which look delicious and we're very cheap. This is our dinner. I got chicken clay pot with rice. I thought it would all be in there, but it still looks nice. And Joe got chicken satay, which looks like sweet chili chicken, rather chicken satay, and fried rice. Just wandering back to the room now. Joe's just gone to 7-Eleven quickly, and I'll meet him in the room. Good evening. We are back at the room now. I've had a shower and washed my hair, and Joe's had a shower too. Now we've packed our bags. We've got a bus to Dalat tomorrow daytime. The light is out now because we're going to go to sleep. So good night.
Good night.
It's actually the next day and I'm on the sleeper bus, so I hope you can hear me okay. But I was just editing this video and realised that I didn't actually explain what happened yesterday and why we changed restaurants in the end. But basically, long story short, was that from that first restaurant I ordered 2 chicken thigh skewers and fried rice, and they came separately. The skewers were already quite expensive and more expensive than what we'd normally pay for a main meal. And also in the photo on the menu, they look really big and they look like they were marinated in a really nice sauce and stuff. They just look really nice. But because they didn't come with anything, we said, can we get them with fried rice? And we did clarify like 2 or 3 times with the waitress that it is fried rice. And she said yes, and she also said fried, what we thought. She also said the words fried rice to us. And then Joe also ordered a meal, which was a little bit pricey as well. But again, on the menu, the photos looked really nice and it looked like it was their own photos rather than like stock images. We were sitting there and we were waiting for an hour for the food. Sorry for all the honking on this bus, it's quite off-putting. After an hour, we said to the waiter, just checking did our order go through, because, you know, like it seemed like it had been forgotten. And then he just walked off and didn't come back. And then another maybe 15 minutes later, we were kind of looking around like, where is it? We thought they'd forgotten, we were going to ask again. But then luckily they brought it over. They did bring the skewers, but they were literally tiny. They were about this big, and there was 3 small bite-sized pieces of chicken on each skewer, so it was more of like a tapas dish than what we thought was a main. And the rice that they bought was just plain white rice, it wasn't fried rice, and also the chicken was plain, it was just white chicken, like it had no seasoning on it or marinade or anything, so it's just plain white chicken, plain white rice. And Joe's meal was also really small, and we were kind of looking at it and we were like, this is tiny and like was expensive as well. We said to the waiter we ordered fried rice and this is white rice, and he said, oh, we don't have fried rice. And we were like, oh, but your colleague said that it was fried rice. And we did clarify with her, and they were kind of going back and forth between each other for a while, and she was saying, no, I said white rice, I said white rice. And we were like, but we asked you, is it fried rice? And you said yes. And she was getting quite annoyed and quite angry with us and sort of started raising her voice, and it was getting quite nasty and just not a nice environment anymore. And we thought, we don't even want to stay here now, because even if they were to change anything, it's just a hostile environment now. So their solution then was that they took the rice away and they said, okay, you don't have to have the rice. And then we were like, but I don't have a meal now, like it's taken an hour to come out, and now I just don't have a dinner. I've got 2 tiny skewers, and Joe doesn't want to sit and eat his dinner while I've got nothing. So we were saying, can we just go, like can we just leave, because it's just taken too long now. And it's another reason was obviously because it was getting a bit hostile and they were being quite getting quite rude to us, and it was making it worse. After a bit of back and forth, in the end they said, okay, just go. So then we just left, and yeah, it wasn't the nicest experience really, but it was good of them to let us leave, I guess. But we were just like, you can't really take away half the meal that you got wrong and then be like, well, just eat that then. After an hour, we were waiting an hour, it was now past 9 PM that we were having our dinner, and we were really hungry. And if you've seen all our videos now, you probably know that usually we would just suck it up and eat it, and we'd be like, it is what it is, like it's not what we thought it was, but we're just gonna deal with it and eat it. But it was the fact that it had taken an hour, and then the rice was different, even though we clarified 3 times. And then after that, it was their reaction and just the way that it was dealt with, that we just were like, we just want to leave, like we just want to get out of here. We don't want to talk about it anymore or sit here and eat here anymore and give them our money. But yeah, that's basically what happened, if anyone's interested.